Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with the finals of the APA. Yes, we have made the finals of the APA and we're playing my boy Chimpact, longtime friend, honestly. I remember when I first met Chimpact at the pokeaimMD tournament. I'm sure that rings a bell to some of you who've been around for as long as I have. But Chimpact is a great battler, great in Draft League. And I want to give a big shout out to his best friend Gator for helping me with the team. But yeah, Chimpact is a very threatening team. Just a few things to note. His Dragon Core is very, very tough for me to deal with. By the way, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. The battle is going to be after I break down the team. And check out Chimpact. His link is down below. Going to be uploading a lot more. But his Dragon Core is really hard for me to deal with. Dragapult and Haxorus, they don't really care about my fairies. Silvally can do whatever it wants, and it can be whatever type. He's been really good with Swords Dance Silvally. Like, basically, no matter how he plays, Swords Dance Silvally has been putting in a ton of work for him. He has really obvious checks to my Melmetal, my Lodic, Rotom Fan, potentially like Pharaoh Seed and things like that too. And another thing though, he doesn't deal well with my Gmax Grimmsnarl outside of like the way he's been doing dealing with other Gmaxes, which is basically like fast substitutes or pivoting around with Parting Shot or his own Gmax. And yeah, that's just something to note about that. But Chimpact has a very good team. I love his Pokemon. Gardevoir, Haxorus, I use them in the WB. Excellent. And then he has Dragapult, which he's been using the same set a lot of times, but to so much success. But we're starting off with my Galarian Weezing. Basically, it offensively hits his entire team for good damage, so it's either super effective or neutral damage. I got like Fire Blast for Feral Seed, Sludge Wave helps him with Gardevoir, Strange Steam can Oko Hax, which is why we're running on offensive variant. And Toxic Spikes are pretty good versus him if he brings like the normal bulky stuff he brings, like my Lodic, Feral Seed, Dragapult, Copperajah. Like if he brings builds like that, plus like a Swords Dance Silvally type. So T-Spikes are very good. Fire Blast is a guaranteed Oko on max HP Pharaoh Seed. It also does 61 to 72% to the max HP Copperajah if it's not Gmax. And it's good versus all his hazard setters outside of obviously Gmax Copperajah, which can Gmax Steel Surge. So it's nice to like trade threats and then set up hazards. And you have to be obviously aware of potentially Roselia outspeeding me if it runs enough speed for Grimmsnarl, which is actually something he could do. He could run an offensive Roselia, which is pretty cool. But I outspeed, min speed Roselia, and I do have to obviously be aware of the Marvel scale from my Lodic if I do manage to set up Toxic Spikes. But Weezing also makes it so he can't just spam Dragon moves versus me. He has to click Earthquake. Obviously, Levitate allows me to avoid Earthquake from the Rune, as well as Copperajah. The Copperajah can Heavy Slam me, but not from Haxorus, since Haxorus does have the Mold Breaker ability. Next up, we have my Vanillix. We're running Choice Scarf Vanillix one more time. Blizzard is really good in the late game, and Scarf helps me deal with basically Haxorus as well as Dragapult. The speed outspeeds like no speed Dragapult, which is a speed tier he could go for, considering Dragapult naturally outspeeds a lot of my Pokemon. But I have Ice Shard as well to help me deal with a weakened Haxorus. Haxorus is really strong versus me, so if it gets about Dragon Dance, it's a problem. So basically, no matter what I have in front of Haxorus, I think I have to hit it, which is cool because I have like Foul Play Rotom, as you guys will see. I have Melmetal and stuff like that, so I'll be okay with that too. It does about 30 to 40% to no HP Haxorus. And Veil is cool because it can allow Melmetal to go in depending on the circumstances. I do have to be careful of Infiltrator Dragapult. But basically, late game, if I manage to get rid of his Copperajah, my Vanillix can just spam Blizzard. And plus, I have Freeze Dry as well for my Lodic to do some damage. Now, my Gmax Grimmsnarl is actually 4 attacks this time. And basically, he uses a lot of Pokemon with Substitute. And he's done it like multiple times in front of Gmax Pokemon. So he's like been successfully able to waste Gmax turns. So I just decided, you know, full on offensive makes the most sense here. I have a Pokeball because I'm forced to use a Pokeball, but actually I'm gonna use a Master Ball because this is the final. So we'll be using a Master Ball with Gmax Grimmsnarl. I have to use that. That's the way they limited it. But enough speed for min speed Roselia. The rest is just pumped into HP and then max attack. Power up is really strong versus something like max HP Milotic. It dies. It does 100% minimum if it's no defense. Special defensive is something he could run. He's definitely not running special defensive, but yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. I also can set up terrain with this as well as my Rillaboom, so my Power Whip is that much stronger. Max Flare, Okos, Max Defense, Max HP, a Violet, Feral Thorn, Feral Seed, excuse me. It's a good lead in general versus him, and physical helps Rillaboom break a lot easier, I feel. And yeah, just a good strong Pokemon versus him. He doesn't like switching into this Pokemon very much. Next up, we have my Rotom Heat. It's my best response to his G-Max Caparaja. I have to watch out for his G-Max Rockfall, of course, but Foul Play hits Dragapult hard at 2-hit KOs most variants. Basically, if he's max HP Dragapult, I do 44 to 52%, which isn't that bad at all, considering he won't be doing too much back. I have leftovers for longevity. This can also defog versus hazard setters like Feral Seed or the Rune as well. And obviously Overheat helps me deal with Caparaja, Feral Seed, Volt Switch for momentum. The main thing is just to get in there and to be a resist to steel. Leftovers, like I said, for longevity. And another Levitate Pokemon that doesn't care too much about hazards on the ground. Choice Band Melmetal coming back in the finals. Too good. It's obviously too good. Obviously, Feral Seed is annoying with the Iron Barbs, and Rocky Helmet Milotic can be annoying too, but I do a lot of damage either way. For example, Choice Band Double Iron Bash to max defense, max HP Feral Seed takes 37 to 43%, and then Double Iron Bash versus max defense, max HP Milotic it does 44 to 53%. So again, and same thing to max defense, max HP, Rotom Fan, 48 to 57%. So it's really good. Again, I'm expecting Rocky Helmet from his Pokemon because those would be his ways of dealing with my Melmetal. But either way, it's very, very, very strong versus him. We maxed out the bulk as well. And even like max HP Caparaja, for instance, takes 64 to 76% from Choice Band Double Iron Bash. And if he doesn't bring Rotom Fan, I can click Earthquake versus his team for absolutely free. And basically this plus my G-Max Grimmsnarl are so good on the offensive side, which is why physical is really good too, because they break and make way for my final Pokemon, which is my Rillaboom. I'm running Swords Dance Rillaboom this week, and has great offensive coverage and easy to set up versus passive stuff, basically like his Feral Seed, potentially my Milotic if possible, even the Rune, because I do have the Lumberry, so I don't have to worry about status or being burnt or anything like that. And he loves to use a lot of status stuff like Thunder Wave Grimmsnarl, Thunder Wave Feral Seed, Will-O-Wisp, or Thunder Wave Dragapult. So it's really nice versus that. +2 knockoff does like 85 to 100% to max HP Violet Roselia, and then +2 Drain Punch is a 2-hit KO on Feral Seed. And +2 Drain Punch also does 98% minimum to max HP Caparaja, so it kind of forces the G-Max if anything. And I live at full. Haxorus is Outrage, Modest Dragapult is Dragapult, Rotom Fan's Air Slash. I could also go Adamant, but I like the Jolly Nature because it allows me to outspeed Gardevoir as well as Milotic. And obviously the terrain helps me deal with Choice Band Haxorus, or even just Haxorus in general as Earthquake, which is very strong versus me because terrain does weaken that. But yeah, that's basically the team for the finals of the APA, guys. So the battle is about to happen. Hope you guys are ready. Feel free to leave a like. The NY Dreepys have made it this far. Let's see if we can take it all the way. Would not mind losing to, one of my best friends on the internet, but at the same time, it's been a while since I've won a championship for a league. So, yeah, we'll see you guys in the battle. Alright, guys, so we are here with the final battle versus my buddy Chimpact. Win or lose, happy to have made it this far. Obviously, I want to win, though. But let's see what Chimpact has. Should be a lot of fun. Okay, I mean, basically exactly what was expected. Caparaja, Gardevoir, Milotic, no Grimmsnarl, which is nice. Silvally, Dragapult, and Haxorus. This should be a lot of fun. Either Weezing or my G-Max are going to be my leads. That's basically what made the most sense, I feel. That's something that me and Gator talked about as well. T-Spike looked really good, depending on if he actually brought Defog or not. I don't know a Silvally type just yet. His double dragons are going to be very annoying for me to deal with too, but I think I definitely lead off with one or the other. I'm leaning towards the Weezing lead. as it gets up T-Spike immediately and kind of just like baits the Copper Raja turn 1. And I mean, I can use it to trade versus Copper Raja as well very early. If that is Silvally Poison, then Double Iron Bash is really good versus him. Weezing just matches up well versus the dragons, and decently versus my Milotic. Gardevoir is obviously a very scary Pokemon as a lead, though. At least I'll have a Dragapult. So not a terrible start for me. I can potentially get a Toxic Spike immediately, which I think is what I'm going to do. I shouldn't die to one hit, I would say. Oh, in late game, I can see my Freeze Dry sweeping as well. He does go right for U-turn. Okay, let's see. 166 to 159. U-turn. So I get up potential T-Spike. Oh, I really, really like my Rillaboom in this game too, especially with T-Spike up as well. There's Silvally. What is it, Steel? We'll figure out right now, actually. I think I press X or Y or whatever. Plus Y. That is Silvally normal. Okay, so it's normal type Silvally. I think I'm going to Slimpy Sludge Wave this thing and not switch, as he's Defog. Silvally normal with Defog. Normal. I get about, I'm going to say this is going to do around 30%. Oof. Got 35% off. 40% I would say. So that's 60%. Not too bad. Going to see if we can get up T-Spike again if possible. As he Flash Cannons. Doesn't end up knocking me out, which is kind of nice. Let's see if we can keep that up. Again, I'll just click the Toxic Spike again. If he wants to defog, spam. Is defog the one with 32 PP? 24. Okay, so I have just as much as he has. And if I go based on my special attack investment, if my, let's assume he is no speed on that thing. Let's assume that's just no HP, right? And that would mean that my Vanillix's Blizzard does 56 to 67. So I actually have a chance to knock him out with Blizzard right after. So I'm going to keep going for T-Spike. As he knocks me out with Flash Cannon there. Perfect. So I end up with my T-Spike. So Volley knocks me out. And as I mentioned, just based on the Weezing's damage, which was in the 40% range, there's a chance I can just knock him out with my my Vanillix right here. And if that happens, I end up keeping up a T-Spike. So let's click that modest Blizzard. I guess worst case, he ends up with a defog off. But he does switch. That means the T-Spike is going to stay up. Copper Raja comes out. I'm assuming I'm about to do like 30-something% to this thing. About something like that. So Copper Raja takes about, yeah, 30-something%. So that's cool. Now this is where I kind of have to decide, okay, how do I want to play around this Pokemon? My Rotom Heat isn't the best in this game, obviously, and his Gmax Stone Surge is really nasty. I think Vanillix is for sure going to be my endgame mon in this. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go out on a limb and just say I go out to my Melmetal here. Because I can't have him clicking the Rockfall on me. I can't have him clicking Rockfall on me. And Sewer Power has a chance to just KO straight up, so. At least my Rotom Heat can go for the what's it called? The Foul Play, if anything. So he does go right for the Gmax Steel Surge, so he gets up the the steel move versus me. I'm loving my end game Silvally as well. Max Quake only has Max Quake cannot knock me out, and neither can Max Flare. And Sewer Power still does KO. So I think what I'm gonna do is go for the. I think I'll go for the Sewer Power here and knock him out. I can't die to his attack according to this. And to max HP, I do enough to knock him out. So I mean, potentially getting rid of his G-Max, and I guess forcing his default could be really cool too. Hey, there we go. So we get rid of Copper Raja. Perfect. Obviously, he keeps some Steel Stealth Rock up. I do want to be aware of the Gardevoir, but again, I'm also liking my late game. I'm also really liking my late game. What's it called? Late game Rillaboom, because it sets up on my Lodic and it has drum beating and whatnot. I wonder if the U-turn Dragapult will actually have a way of dealing with me. So I still have the Freeze Dry, which is now not resisted by my opponent, which I think is really nice. He does go Silvally, which is running the heavy duty boots. Okay, good to know. I can keep Rotom alive as a sack. I can keep this alive as a sack, and I think I go Rotom. Right, because this is something that can... Maybe not. He's definitely going to go for Flamethrower here, right? Let me Sewer Power. Because if he gets rid of the G-Max attacks, I can Sucker Punch into Ice Shard as well. So he does opt to default. So Silvally gonna die right here to Sewer Power. He gets rid of the hazards though, which is really nice. Obviously, this does allow in Haxorus. Let me see -2 Haxorus. Haxorus takes. Sewer Power does 21 to 25. Oh, that's Dynamax. Get that out of here. Sewer Power does 43 to 56, which is really nice. Gardevoir can potentially sub up though, which is an issue. But my Rotom is faster than Gardevoir. So I mean, I don't play a T-Spike game, but I also don't play Copper Raja and Silvally, and there's no hazards in this game. Dragapult comes out. I'll make the Rotom play. I don't want him to be Dragon Dance, and like I said, I can sack this versus Gardevoir. I suppose, though, he could be Specs. He does go right for a Flamethrower. 157 to 132. Flame. Thrower, U-turn, Flamethrower. Gonna foul play here for a little bit of chip. Scald. 140 to 52. Get a little bit of chip off. Perfect. Is that max HP? Dragapult, OU, 50. Foul play does around 58, so could be max HP, 49 to 58. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sack my Melmetal here. Keep Rotom alive just because it can always get a hit off versus Gardevoir. $76 to let me calc this real quick. Scald. Scald does 76 to that. That's max special attack investment. I'll just double Iron Bash here. I'm definitely worried about Gardevoir, don't get me wrong. Like if it's a Combine variant, it's threatening, but Rillaboom can help me deal with it, so. We bring out you. Vanillix eats a hit. We'll throw off a freeze dry. This is a really fast-paced game. And I am indeed faster. They do have the Yachi Berry, though. Will that be enough to survive? It is just enough to survive. As they flamethrower me. But Dragapult's dead. Dragapult's dead. They did burn me, though. That's a little bit concerning. Alright, but Dragapult's dead, though. It sucks they burned me because my Loda can actually potentially stall me. But it's not looking the worst right now. So Blizzard would have knocked them out, but... Let's assume they go Gardevoir. Do I set up an Aurora Veil and just an SD up with my... Do I set up an Aurora Veil and then SD up with my Rillaboom in front of them to try and win? I feel like that might be the end game I have to go for. But I mean, Copperajah, Dragapult, and Silvally all being gone are nice. That burn sucks because I can't last ditch effort Ice Shard Haxorus. Yeah, that sucks in that part. Gardevoir comes out. Okay, I think I'm going to go Rotom and sack it. Depending. Right here. Because they could be Scarf. They go for Moonblast if they were Scarf though, right? I believe that is definitely Specs. Okay, so let's assume that is Specs. Can Rillaboom knock them out at that point? It's a roll. Okay. So we can have the Veil here if possible. With my Aurora Veilmon. That has to be Specs. To do that much to my Rotom, that has to be like Specs. Yeah, Moonblast could not have knocked me out without them being... even if they were modest. The most they would do, they had to be Specs. So they had to be +1 in order to knock me out. So I set up the Aurora Veil here. Swords Dance up with Rillaboom. We have the Lumberry. We drum beating the Haxorus. Then we Sucker Punch to knock it out. Assuming I die. If they Dragon Dance or do something crazy like that. There's up the Aurora Veil. As they Moonblast. They do a lot, but I still think SD up is my play. Does Haxorus knock me out with any attack? Let's say even if they have Poison Jab or Outrage through Reflect. Poison Jab. Alright, we Swords Dance here. We're faster. +2, knock him out. Oof, that did a lot. Did a lot more than I wanted. Now, the thing is, I think my play, because Sucker Punch is 44 to 53%, I want to say my play is to predict them to sack my Lodic and Drain Punch here. That way I can get recovery, so that way they can't go Haxorus and knock me out. But I'm not sure if that's actually the play. Poison Jab at max can do 84 damage. I don't know if that's the play. Let's see. Ah, I should have went off my call. I should have went off my call. So we drum beating here. We knock out my Lodic. Hail ends here. Wait, hold up. Hail ends here. Unless Haxorus' choice ban, I guarantee live. Unless Haxorus' choice ban, I guarantee live. Because he has to be faster than Rotom. So I take 84 max. I guess it could be choice ban versus me. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I take 65 max. And plus 2. Drum beating is for sure my play. In terrain, plus 2 is for sure my play. So unless he's banded. Oh! Damn it. Okay, I knew he was gonna make the play and I didn't go off of it, and I'm gonna lose because of it. Damn it, man. Well played, bro. I made the call, but I didn't make the play. And he's banded too. Like, he had to be choice banned or knock me out. That was literally the only thing. And it was a roll on choice band too. The roll is 82 to 97. Damn, man, you got me. Ah, I should have drain punched. I knew it was. I said the call, but I was really worried. I should have plus 2 drain punched. Rillaboom. My Lodic. To try and live this. Plus 2 drain punch only did. It only recovered me a little bit, but. Damn. Well played, Chimp. Well played. I made the call and I didn't go off of it. And I'm going to lose in finals because of it. Good game, bro. Really good game, bro. Yeah. Damn, hold up. Wait. Wait a second. Am I calculating this right? Am I calculating this right? Huh? Okay, so I have the screens up, obviously. Do I eat this up? Do I still have screens up? No, screen is down. Oh, I hella died to this. My screen ended, right? Damn, yeah, I hella died. Yeah, well played, bro. Damn it. Ah! Holy crap, I thought screen was still up. If screen was up, I won. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to win in finals. Ah, I made the call, but I didn't go off it. Why did you DC? Well played, Chim. Congratulations on winning the APA. I'm sorry, guys. I made the call. I didn't go off it. With that, let me just make let me just check real quick if that would have mattered towards the end, because if there wasn't enough turns with the screen, I don't think it made a. If I calc screens wrong. Okay, I think the better play, if there weren't Dragon and Haxorus, was to just knock out Gardevoir immediately, then attack Haxorus, and then go for the Overgrow versus my Lodic. Ah, I'm mad at myself, but that's my fault. But I don't think I got back enough. Bold. Let me see. 50%. This is the wrong Mon. Can you get rid of this Dynamax? I recovered 20 to 20%, which meant that Haxorus. Haxorus could. I'm just looking at these turns real quick. +1. Poison jab. I was at 80 HP. Yeah, okay, so I would have recovered just enough to be out of range of Haxorus's attack and then to be able to win. So that was my bad. Like, I said the call. I knew what I had to do, and then I didn't do it. Good game, Chimp. Guys, I'm going to get in a call with Chimpact. I'm mad at myself. Oh, well. Thank you everybody for watching. We made it to finals. And, yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, I made the call, but I didn't go through with it. Damn, man, that could have been it. That would have been it right there. But, yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. But yeah, we'll see y'all in a sec. All right, guys. So we are here with the finals of the AP. Well, it's done. We're here with the finals interview. Chimpact has won. Tell him how you feeling, buddy.
I have followed in the footsteps of my senpai Skater, APA champion, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. So
Skater.
I mean, I already said what I said in my video, that if I drain punch, but I think, yeah, if I drain punch, I got enough recovery to live it, because it turns out the poison jab at the end was a roll, and I was at 90 HP, and the roll is 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, so like 50% to live it at that point. But if I drained, I got enough recovery to drum beating after, and then drum beating twice to win. So that was my bad, for sure. But Chimp was telling me that he was thinking about actually staying with Gardevoir, so I feel less bad about it.
Yeah, because I was thinking if you subbed, then that would have been pretty bad for me. I was also thinking of going straight out to Haxorus and going for first impression.
Ooh.
But that wouldn't have killed, so.
Yeah, that if you went hard Haxorus, I think that was a guaranteed loss. Because I drum beating that turn, so I would have been. You didn't kill me with. Well, did first impression kill at that point?
I mean, it's the same as poison jab, and I didn't have helmet, so.
It's weaker than poison jab, though.
It is?
Yeah, I mean, it's stronger. It's stronger.
Oh, well, whatever. I didn't calculate.
Yeah, I had my calcs here, but I did not open them out except for the end. Let me see this. Haxorus, UU choice ban. Yeah, so like through my screen. Yeah, that if you went hard Haxorus, it could have been a win for sure. I think actually. I think hard Haxorus did give you the win, unless I clicked drain punch that turn like I was talking about. But yeah, I'll show you guys the calc real quick. So he was Jolly choice ban, as you can see right here. I was at 90 HP. The 90 HP. So it's it was a 46. It was a 50. It was literally a 50% chance to KO me that turn. Had I clicked drain punch, I got a little bit of recovery. But as I explained, do you want to talk a little bit about like your team choice and whatnot?
So I decided to not use like setup on this team because I didn't know whether you were gonna bring like Gastrodon, Claydol. Like those Pokemon are pretty disruptive to my team.
Yeah.
So I just decided to go Banded Haxorus and Specs Gardevoir. Specs Gardevoir 3 kills everything on your team. And Banded Haxorus, it's a Banded Haxorus. It's very prediction heavy.
Yeah, it is.
You have two fairies and Rillaboom. So I have to be careful of whether I click Earthquake or whether I click Dragon Claw.
Yeah.
So I had to save that for the late game. And then I brought Boots, Silvally, and then Max HP, Yachi, Dragapult. Copper Jaw, like I have to bring Copper Jaw, but I really didn't want to. And then Melodic was just Rocky Helmet to deal with Melmetal and
like Colossal and things like that. Which is why like you had Skull Dragapult. I really like that.
Dude, when I had Dragapult in against the Melmetal, I knew you were banded, and I didn't click Scald. That was so bad. I should just.
Oh, like on the turn, yeah. Scald made a ton of sense. I didn't even contemplate it, you know. And I got a lot of damage. I got a lot of damage off on you that turn.
Yeah. Like that was so bad. I should have. It was so bad. Like I knew you were banded, and then I was like, maybe he's a assault vest, but I knew you were banded. There's no way you kill Copperjaw.
I'm trying to think if like the better end game for me was to damage Gardevoir with Blizzard, and then just win the game with Rillaboom. But it wouldn't be because I have because my Milotic is outsped by my well it's not by my Grimmsnarl, but I would have terrain boosted max overgrowth, which is a KO. On let me see this Grimmsnarl. Maybe it isn't a KO. I think it was just max.
I mean, without the thing, then Haxorus just goes in without Veil.
Yeah, I mean Haxorus doesn't kill. It doesn't kill. What's it called though? It doesn't kill Grimmsnarl. Is what I'm saying. Like I could get up. Like if I kill Gardevoir, Grimmsnarl just takes kills, which is what I was thinking. Because max overgrowth in terrain itself does 89 to 105 to Milotic. I guess technically you could recover it every single time, and there's a chance for skull burning too. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm a little bit upset at myself for not clicking the drain punch, but I was also worried because that Moonblast did way too much damage. Like under Veil, it did so much, and then I was like, oh wait, did I win because I still have Veil at the end? But I did not have Veil at the end. I like exactly what you brought though. Like your dragons are so good versus me because they don't really care about my fairies, since obviously Choice Band Earthquake, and then Dragapult is just hits me hard with Shadow Ball, and then can status my Grimmsnarl. I'm surprised he didn't go the dual screens route versus me.
Yeah, it's the reason was like I said, I didn't know what type of defensive Pokemon you were gonna bring.
Yeah.
And it would just be really bad if I brought a set of Pokemon like Swords and Silvally, and one of the Pokemon just hardwalls me.
Yeah.
Like, one set of Silvally is going to 6-0 you. But if I don't bring that right Silvally, it's going to be really, really bad because it's just going to be walled.
Like, I mean, this Silvally did some good damage versus me, I think, in general.
Also, in the beginning, maybe like I should have just killed the Weezing and not revealed the defog.
Yeah. Yeah. Killing Weezing would have been nice because... Obviously, I would have kept my T-Spike up. But I mean, T-Spike didn't make a difference. It did force you to defog away your hazard, which was really nice, though.
Yeah. I probably should have also just clicked the fighting move with the Copperjaw.
Yeah.
That might have been able to 2-hit KO the...
Melmetal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that would have been... something that could have done a lot more. Let me see. Let me show my sets real quick, because I have the damage calculator right now.
I mean, I wasn't running any attack investment though, so...
Yeah. Copperajah, blank set. What is it, just Brick Break? You were faster than me, right?
Yeah.
Like, on a Dynamax. The hell? What is this? It's the Reflect. Oh, without Reflect. Is this correct? On Dynamax, okay. It wouldn't have 2-hit KO'd, but it would have done... I mean, you would have done a lot more. Like, I would have been at the... I would have been at around the range I was at. A little bit less. Looking at the damage calc right here. I like the... I really like the Dragapult set. I was really worried about you sub-baton passing and then somehow getting an SD up with Silvally. Like, when Silvally died early, I was like, nice, he can't SD sweep me. Even though, obviously you're not SD. Yeah. But... yeah, that was one thing that could have been very, very scary. Moonblast spam. I think this Gardevoir was the right Gardevoir to bring. I don't think Mystical Fire made sense because you just pivot into Milotic on double Iron Bashes and weaken Melmetal from there. And everything on your team hits Melmetal for super effective damage. So I really like this Gardevoir. I would have definitely brought Specs in band too. It's a nice team that you took from my WP.
Yeah.
It was good. But like I said in the beginning, dude, like if I told my people, I was like, if there's one person I don't mind losing to, it's my friend Chimpact. So, is there anything else you want to talk about in the game?
I mean, the only other thing is like I don't think your team is very good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like my team, I don't think my team, a lot of the games, like I had a bad matchup against a lot of the people that I played, but against your team here, I felt like I had a good matchup. The only problem is like, if you brought a weird team, like if you just brought like Hitmonlee with like Misty Terrain bulk up,
yeah,
that could have been a problem for me. Because like if I played like the game optimally, like I should have, I feel like the results are like always going to be the same.
You winning till the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. Like, I mean, Gardevoir, Silvally presses me too much, and then what the hell is this, right? Do you have that
Because
much?
maybe I think it's just because your team is too defensive.
It is absolutely defensive.
It's like really good at disrupting like sweepers, which is why like I didn't bring my sweepers. But against like just pure offense,
It's not as good for sure.
Yeah.
I can definitely agree. Like there was a lot of games where I just fought certain Pokemon that, I mean, I got a lot of forfeit wins obviously, but there's a lot of games where I like fought like even like week 1 I fought Obstagoon, which was really scary.
yeah, Obstagoon is just power. That's all it is.
Yeah, and like here my Gmax wasn't as good because of the amount of speed you have. Like I couldn't use a setup Grimmsnarl as much as I wanted to. And then it's like Sucker Punch is so, I don't know, it's so weak, man. Even when it comes off base 120 attack, like doing half to Gardevoir, that's nothing.
Oh, yeah, that is something that I was worried about near the end game. I was like, do I live a Sucker Punch?
But you
like,
take it easily.
Yeah, but like after like a bulk up, I was like not sure. But like you couldn't bulk up.
Yeah, in front of nothing, I could not. Like maybe if I got the screen up there, but like I said, I even said in the video, like I'm mentioning it again. I was like, okay, do I Drain Punch here, expecting him to sack my Lodic so he can go Haxorus and knock me out? But I saw the calc and I was like, okay, only choice band Haxorus can knock me out, and it would have to get, because I'd be at 90, so it would have to get that roll. Like I said, the freaking. I was very happy when Dragapult and Silvally died so early, because just watching you use them was always so annoying. Like your Dragapult always sub BP'd and Thunder Wave things, and you were able to just get in Silvally. And when you defog, I was like, okay, is he defog Swords Dance? But then you showed, Flash Cannon, because I was always trying to keep him back in my mind. All right, he can healing wish his Gardevoir. He could throw away Silvally and bring it back. But
I like doing that where like you just use a move that's like not going to be on Swords Dance.
Yeah.
Because then like, okay, I'm just going to stay in versus Silvally now.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have offense, but it's actually just Swords Dance. I just healing wish it.
my one thing I also wanted to say, like, part of the reason I also clicked Aurora Veil towards the end instead of going like Rillaboom first to try and knock you out was because I got burnt. I was like, oh, now I can't spam Freeze Dry since he has the what's it called? He has my Lodic, which you can just recover on it. Like you take a good chunk from Freeze Dry, but
oh yeah.
So
I wasn't worried about recovering. I was just worried about dying to everything.
it did a lot of damage to you. Look at this. Why is there no max HP set? But I mean, overall, like I said, it was a really good game. I enjoyed it. Just trade for trade throughout the end, and yeah, it was fun. I don't mind. It's nice to make it to finals for a change.
Also, I had synchronized Gardevoir for tricking, just in case I needed to trick the Grimmsnarl.
Oh, so just in case I was a prankster and you can't use that's cool. I was actually worried about, since you were defogging, that was one thing that just came to mind. You being like a sub Gardevoir, I was like, oh crap, man, my Melmetal is locked in. How come you didn't go Gardevoir over Dragapult? When you brought out Dragapult on my Super Power -2 Melmetal, and my Melmetal was in range of Moonblast.
Because I was just thinking if he's Assault Vest, even though I knew we were banded. Like when you're playing, sometimes you just get tunnel vision, and then I just tunnel vision so hard into like thinking that I knew a set wasn't a set.
Yeah. Okay, I feel that. I definitely feel
like
that.
As soon as I clicked Flamethrower, I was like, I should have just clicked Scald.
Because Scald would have been
like,
so safe.
Scald also would have been way better. Dragonpult was way better than Melodic there, because if I Moonblast, that just shows you my Gardevoir set. But if I go with Dragapult, it doesn't show you my Dragapult set. It just shows you that I have Scald.
I mean, I just think that like I still have no Moonblast switching period, because if I go Rotom, what does Rotom do to Gardevoir? Is my thing. Like I was even talking about, I was like, okay, if he's sub Gardevoir, I have to overheat and then try and break the sub from there, and then go Rillaboom to be able to try and end game. I'm debating if I'm just looking at the squad in general. Choice Band Haxorus, best set. bump the Swords Dance breaking swipe stuff that I saw you use before. Just
Dude,
break.
that was good because it stalls out Gmax Melmetal.
It died. It died.
It did die.
It did die.
But actually, it didn't die.
Well, it didn't stall out Gmax Melmetal, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah.
But it was still. The choice
I mean,
band was really
I
good.
didn't need breaking. I didn't need a dragon move in that game. So I just
That's fair. No, I like this.
Dude, Haxorus is so good.
It's stupid. It's so fast. First impression is so nice for checking everything. Absolutely amazing, Mon. Should I have knocked off that turn?
On the melodic.
If I knocked off, did I get enough recovery? Is what I'm saying with Grassy Terrain and Drain Punch still. Let me look at this. Bold. Why is there? No. Dude, never mind. +2 knockoff does 30 to 35%. Okay.
Yeah, I would have just hazed.
Yeah.
Not the screen.
Yeah, my play for sure was, like I said, the drain punch.
It was a 50 or drain punch.
Yeah, it was either that or it was either go off the roll towards the end, or like I said, yeah, drain punch or 50-50 in that turn itself, and then go for drain punch, because I would recover 20 to 24. I would still be. I think I'd actually still be in range, because I'd take Rocky Helmet first, and then I recover like 2% more plus Grassy Terrain. So I'd still be in range, but like it'd be like 96 or 97%. I think I'd be at. So you would need the absolute max in order to do it, because I'd knock you out with Drum Being after. I still have one more turn of screen. Because my screen ended when you poison jabbed my Gmax, right?
You had 2 turns of screens after Melodic died.
Yeah. Damn, bro, I did not even pay attention to when screen ended, because I was like, oh crap, wait, I'm calcing this. Wait, this doesn't kill me. Oh wait, never mind, screen's gone. 90%.
Dude, Melodic was such a liability in the end game.
Yeah, having it alive, you could lose.
I needed it dead.
It was still a good game though. It was a really good game. It came down to the end. Very, very fast paced, which I think is expected when you have specs and band mons and a Gmax. I was very happy when you defogged away your own hazard. Like, I was really happy. Like, this is.
I mean, I kind of wanted to bring in Melodic first before I defogged, because at that point, like, that would have been really good to get the marble scale.
To get the
up.
marble scale, yeah.
But I was like, that's way too many turns of just not doing anything. So I was like, I'm just going to defog.
Nah, that's smart. That's very smart. Yeah, well played. Anything else to say?
The only other thing is, like, maybe I could have stayed in versus the Vanillux with Silvally.
Yeah. So I was calcing Blizzard. It was a Rota KO, 0 HP. Obviously, you had 156. So I don't know how much HP you were actually at. I just saw you were at, like, what, 50? You were at, like, 53, 54%, something like that. So I was like, huh, this roll says, on no HP, it says 56 to 67. So I was like, hey, even if he has some HP, it still does 50 to 60%. So I still had a chance. So if I knocked it out, I kept the T-Spike, which I don't know if it... T-Spike might have made a big difference in terms of wearing down Gardevoir and Haxorus for Grim to Sucker Punch and stuff. But that's about it. If I was able to keep it up. But at the same time, though, your Steel Stealth Rock would have also been more annoying, I think.
Yeah, but the thing that I really needed was the Dragapult to be healthy, because it takes on literally everything if it's not poisoned.
Yeah, no chip damage. Yeah, because otherwise my freeze guy would have knocked you out. Blizzard still would have knocked you out. Looking back at it, I should have just clicked it and said screw it if my Milotic came in. Like, my Milotic was not great versus me.
Yeah.
Thinking about
it would have been really good versus Grimmsnarl, but like I couldn't use Melodic that well because the Rillaboom was right there and it just lets it set up.
I mean, it's only good versus Grimmsnarl, like I said, if it gets a burn. Other than that, it just max overgrowth and the max overgrowth. Or if...
I mean, the fact that you're maxing against it is good.
Yeah, because you stall turns. You're right.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like when people max versus my Corviknight in the WB. I just roost to stall out 2 turns and then I switch. Which is similar, yeah. You're right. So I think that could have been different in the end game. But either way, you won the APA. So big congratulations, Chimp. Definitely was a...
Shout out to Gator.
Yeah, shout out to Gator. Building your team?
No.
Built my team. Big shout out to Gator.
Imagine you built both our teams. That would have been Snake.
I told him to do that. I said, yeah, you should build both of our teams, bro. I want to see how we go. We were finally able to finish the APA, guys, after 6 months.
After 6 long months.
How long has it been for real, though?
It started before the pandemic. Well, lockdown. Because I was at work and I was like, what are these Pokemon doing?
Was it February?
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, it's February. My God, we're going into DLC. This goes up tomorrow, too, June 1st. Yeah. But yeah, it was a very fun game. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And that's it. We'll see you guys in whatever the next draft league is. Peace. Check out Chimpact. Jeopardy coming soon? Or no?
Maybe.
No. Oh, you heard him. That's a no. Peace.